guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks again for popping by. So today I am going to do a Q&A. I put up a picture and a post on Instagram about having a close age gap between all of my boys, and I wondered if you guys had any questions for me. So this video is in a collaboration with the lovely Amy Cooper from Everything Mummy, so I will link her channel down below, and I will also insert a clip of Amy right here.
Hi everybody, as Jodie said, my name is Amy and I am mum to 3 little girls. I have answered the same questions as Jodie on having children close together. I've kind of like moved on to the other side now. My girls have like started school and they're at nursery, so I'm living proof that you will get through it. Come over and check out my answers after you've watched this video.
So make sure that once you've checked out this video, then head over to Amy's channel and watch her video. So question number 1, what ages are they and what are their age gaps? So my eldest Lorenzo will be 4 in 2 weeks time. My second Nico is 2.5, he's 2 years and 6 months. And my third son Marco is 15 months. And my youngest is just over 3 weeks. The first two, there's a 17-month age gap. The second and the third, there's a 15-month age gap. And the third and the fourth, there's a 14.5-month / 15 month, if you like to round it up, age gap. So yes, we have 4 children, or 4 boys under the age of 4 at the moment, so it is just absolutely crazy. How did you find being pregnant while looking after a baby? It is very, very tiring. It's exhausting. As you know, pregnancy alone can be very, very tiring, and also having a baby can be very tiring. So mix the two together and you have exhaustion. I absolutely loved it. It did make it hard, you know, towards the end of pregnancy. It's amazing to know that, you know, they're always going to have such a close bond. But yeah, being pregnant whilst looking after a baby is hard work. Question number 3, how long does it take you to get ready in the morning? Basically, my husband leaves for work at 7 o'clock in the morning, so I have really from 6 till 7 to get myself sorted. If the children haven't already woken up by then, in which case it gets cut short because I have to obviously look after the children, and my husband's getting ready for work and that kind of thing. So we kind of have to juggle it in the mornings and just kind of take each morning as it comes. Question number 4 is, do you have a strict routine? We did have a strict routine until baby number 3 came along, and also baby number 4. It's really quite difficult to establish a routine, I find, when they're all so close together, because they all still have very different needs even though they are close together. I mean, as a standard day, structurally wise, there's a routine. You know, we get up, we have breakfast, we have a snack, we'll have lunch, we'll have an afternoon snack, we'll have dinner. We'll have bath and bedtime routine, but times change depending on how the babies are. Yeah, depending on how the boys are, if they're poorly, you know, things like that, they do change. They do kind of follow suit. They like to do what the other one's doing. So if I manage to get the older one to do something, then more than likely the others will follow suit and hopefully do it anyway. So the next question is, do you find going out or travelling hard with them all being so young? Yes, absolutely. I find going out on my own with them nearly impossible. We'll always go out if my husband's home or if my mum's here. My mum comes every Wednesday. It's also nice for me because I have an extra pair of hands and she gets to help out with the boys. We do try and take them to the park as much as possible, take them out for a walk, take them to soft play. It's so much easier when you have another pair of hands and another set of eyes, especially if you're going out into a busy place. So yeah, when I'm on my own with them, I really, really struggle. Unless it's a day that my eldest is at preschool, then I would take them to the shops. I'll go out for a walk, but it all depends again on the weather. During the winter time, I'd rather not walk the pram and get soaking wet. So this time of year actually has been really quite difficult, and I haven't left the house much as of yet with all 4 of them. I'm sure as they get older and a bit more independent and not need the buggies and things like that, then it will be so much easier to take them out. Next question is, will you have any more? I would absolutely love to have more children. I've always said another 1 or 2. But my husband is so set now on just the 4, and I think 4 is a lovely round number. You know, it's even. It does my mind the world of good that it's 4 and not 3 or 5. So yeah, having 4 I think actually is quite a lot of children when I think about it. 4 is a lot of little people to look after, and they're very healthy, and I feel like maybe if we did have more we might be pushing our luck. And also it means then another bigger car, another bigger house. Yeah, I think we are done with the children now, unfortunately, as much as it kills me to say. But obviously I would like to have my husband still, and I think that if we did have another baby he would probably divorce me. So no more babies for us, unfortunately, but I'm just going to enjoy watching my little babies just grow into gorgeous little men now. Next question is, what's your motto you hold on to when motherhood gets too much? Tomorrow is another day. If I'm having a really tough day and I spend most of the day in tears, yeah, I always just say to myself, tomorrow's a new day, you know, we'll start afresh, wipe the slate clean, hopefully the next day won't be as bad as today. It's not always bad though, and it's not always tough, you know, we have amazing days and I just think, gosh, this is brilliant, you know, those are the days where I think, yeah, let's have more children. But then there are other days that are just days that I'd like to forget. I'd always say to myself, tomorrow is a new day. What's the reason for them being so close together? We don't have a reason. We came off the pill to try for our first son, although we weren't trying, we just came off the pill and thought, you know, if it happens it happens, if it doesn't it doesn't. So we weren't actively trying. Very lucky, fell pregnant in the first month, and we always knew that we wanted two, definitely close together. So again, after our first son was born, I didn't go back on the pill, and again we weren't actively trying. So yeah, it again happened quite quickly, and that's why the first two were close together. I actually then went on the pill afterwards, and I fell pregnant on the pill very unexpectedly, very quickly again. So yeah, that's the reasoning for Marco. And again, also went straight back on the pill after Marco, because if you don't already know, we had a lot of issues when he was born. I'll link some videos below about his birth story and about his condition that he was born with. If you don't know, make sure you go and check out those videos so you know what I'm talking about. So we just thought he needed a lot of extra care, a lot of extra support, trips to the hospital, that kind of thing. So, you know, we were quite happy with 3, and then yeah, it just kind of hit us, we were pregnant again. So yeah, that is the reasoning really. That, I mean, there's no real reason. The last 2 were very unexpected but very happy surprises, and obviously we wouldn't change it, we wouldn't have it any other way now. We absolutely love them all dearly, and we just love the fact that they're all so close. So the next question: do you think having them so close together makes it harder or easier to establish a routine? I think in the early stages it makes it harder, because obviously with feeding, you kind of feed on demand, you don't really know, it's hard to establish then a routine. As the older 2 especially have hit sort of 2, it's been so much easier to establish a routine because they understand a lot more, and again they follow each other. So, you know, you tell the eldest one to do something, and the Nico, our second one, you know, will be right behind him doing the same thing. So I think as they get older it's easier to establish a routine, but in those newborn stages and like the really early baby stages, I think it's a lot harder to establish a routine. That's just my opinion, and that's what, you know, we've experienced. It may be different for others, but that is just our experience. Next question: how do you manage bedtime and naps, and do they wake each other up? So my boys do still nap together sometimes all together, sometimes just 2 of them. And bedtime, they don't ever wake each other up really, which is really good. Obviously little Francesco's in with us at the moment, so the only person he wakes up is me. Marco is a terrible sleeper, so I always hear him, but he won't ever wake up the other boys. And the older 2, they're just pretty good sleepers actually. They're quite heavy, especially the eldest. So yeah, no, they don't wake each other up. The only time they wake each other up is in the mornings, when Nico, our second one, wakes up. He kind of like is really loud, really excitable, and usually he'll wake the third one up. So Marco, he usually wakes him up because he'll run past his room like screaming or something. So yeah, but I mean, it's the morning time, so we're all due up anyway, so it's never through the night, which is great. And the last question is, what is your house like in the day when they are all playing? it's chaos. It's a mess. There's toys everywhere. Well, when I say a mess, it's not dirty, it's clean, but there's just toys everywhere. For some reason, the second one, Nico, he likes to just empty out the toy box, so there's like puzzle pieces everywhere, eggs flying everywhere, and yeah, trains, cars, all sorts. We've got a ball pond in the living room, so obviously the balls end up out of the ball pond and all over the carpet. And there are days where I try and tidy up after them and keep it relatively tidy, but then there are other days I just think, what is the point? I'm wasting my time, because the minute I put the balls back and the stuff back in the toy box, 5 minutes later they're only going to come and empty it all out again anyway. So there are some days where I'm like a bit more on top of things, and other days I'm just like, oh, let them be kids, let them make a mess and it's fine. And once they go to bed, then I can tidy and my head will be clear, my living room will be clear. So yeah, during the day when they're all home and they're all awake, it's chaos, it's mental, it's noisy, it's fun. They have me in stitches sometimes, they have me in tears. Yeah, it's mad, but seeing their bond is just the most incredible feeling. And now little Francesco is here, the boys, the older two especially, they're so much more aware of it all now. Lorenzo is so used to us bringing babies home anyway, so yeah, I mean, it's brilliant. They're just so good with Francesco. They're really good with Marco. Marco's, now he's a little bit older and he's sort of toddling around a bit more. They're getting a lot more out of him now. So just seeing their bond is the most incredible thing, and it just makes my heart melt and it gives me butterflies all the time. Sometimes I'll just sit back on the sofa and just watch them all play together and just think, oh, this is just amazing. Their brotherly bond is just inseparable, and to know that they're going to grow up so close in age and look after each other is just, it fills me with joy, because I know that they're always going to be looked after. They'll keep an eye out for each other. That bond there, that will just never break, and I just absolutely love that. Yeah, that is it. That's the end of all the questions, guys. Sorry if I didn't get round to answering all of your questions. There were so many that I think I might actually do a part 2, so watch this space, keep an eye out for that, and I will hopefully get to film that soon. I have written down all of your questions, so I will get around to doing that, I promise. So if I didn't answer your question in this video, look out for the next video and hopefully I would have answered your question then, and if not, then feel free to leave a comment below and I'll happily answer your question down below. Give me a massive thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and if you haven't already, then please subscribe. I would absolutely love for you to carry on following our journey as a family of 6. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.